Hi, this is Ranveer Singh and you are watching the IIFA Awards with Filmicafe.com.
Hello everybody, we are here on day 1 of the IIFA celebrations and I have with me हर लड़की की दिल की धड़कन जिसने सबकी बारातों की रुख ही चेंज कर दी है और कैसे बस एवी I have with me the dashing Ranveer Singh. Welcome Ranveer.
Thank you.
How are you doing today? You just came from the airport. Are you tired?
Extremely.
Yeah. How was the welcome at Pearson?
It was awesome. At the airport and at the hotel downstairs, the response was amazing. People were going hysterical and I did not expect it. I was like, okay, you know, one film, old, decent response to the first film.
Decent, I would say an amazing response. You're only one film old, baby of the industry, and you've had such an overwhelming response from your fans. How does that feel? Kaisa lagta hai?
I just found that out myself downstairs and at the airport that in Toronto, apparently people like me.
What can Canadian population, Canadian citizens expect from IIFA, those who are unaware of the whole concept?
Well, we have some interesting stuff going on. There's IIFA Rocks, which it has some musical performances and a great fashion show by some of the best designers of the country, some of the top models of the country. And then it's being hosted by Karan Johar and Anushka Sharma. So that should be a great show. That's tomorrow night.
Are we hopeful to see you win this year?
I hope so. If I do win the IIFA award, then that will be a clean sweep for me. So I've got my fingers crossed.
Awesome. Okay, let's get down to some business. What is the deal? Business and business. What's the deal with this? Where did you get this word from?
Business. In the script, it was actually spelled Habib sir, who wrote the film, who wrote the dialogues of the film, actually spelled it as BINNESS. So it was always meant to be pronounced as business, because that's how a boy from Saharanpur studying in Delhi would pronounce the word business. And of course, Shruti, Anushka's character in the film, keeps taking the mickey out of Bittoo, my character in the film, for his pronunciation of the word business. And some of those taking the mickey one-liners that come from Anushka were her improvisations. So all credit to her for adding to the popularization of the word business.
Well, when you got that call from Yash Raj Films, how did you feel? I mean, that must have been a surreal moment for you. And did you know that it was going to star Anushka as your opposite?
It was unbelievable. It happened in parts. First, I was called for an audition, which got me scratching my head, because I was like, okay, Yash Raj Films, I know they don't launch male leads. Is this for real? Like, they're really actually going to take the plunge and launch a male face? So firstly, that was a surprise. And I went, I gave the audition, and then I got called back the next day by Manish sir. It was almost an immediate callback. So that felt really good. And what was happening over a 2-week process, every alternate day I was being called in, and another aspect of my repertoire was being tested. Can you do an emotional scene, a comedy scene, a dance? Can you dance well? Can you do this? So every alternate day I'd come in and do something, and I'd keep passing the tests, and some tests I would fail. But then I was doing well in the other tests.
How was the dancing department? Were you a natural dancer from the beginning, or was this something that you had to brush up on?
I am an untrained dancer, but I really enjoy dancing.
Didn't look like it. Ainyvavi was quite famous.
This is the opinion that I hold, that if you watch someone who's really enjoying the fact that they're dancing, it looks amazing.
It makes a world of difference.
And you could watch the most technically sound dancer, but it would not have the same effect. You know, I'd much rather watch a person who's enjoying their dance, even if it's the simple offbeat move, as opposed to a trained technical dancer any day.
Well, your character in the film, Bittoo Sharma, he's very carefree, very avara, very just random. Do you identify with him at all in your real life, or is he completely different? I think I do see some Bittoo in you. Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of people in me just waiting to come out. Bittoo is one of them. As an actor, whatever character you play, it's one aspect of your personality that you're highlighting for that moment. But there are a lot of other sides to me that should come out in my forthcoming films, and especially in my next film, Ladies vs. Ricky Bear, where I play con man, and I get to don these various avatars, something like 6-7 different avatars, and yeah, so newer facets of my personality will keep tumbling out
yes.
in my forthcoming film.
Well, speaking about your forthcoming film, you're going to be working with Anushka again, also with Parinita. How has that been so far? Any what's different from that film than the previous?
This film is unique in the sense that I get to play these different characters, and the film unravels in these chapters. It travels through Delhi, and then it takes you to Lucknow, and it takes you to Bombay, and it takes you to Goa. So as the film travels through these different places, I also play different characters, and I get to explore my chemistry with Pariniti and Aditi, and there's a story with Deepanita, and then finally, there's with Anushka as well. So it's there's a lot happening in this film.
Awesome. Well, just by meeting you, you're such a down-to-earth person. You're such a lively and energetic just body in general, and it's just it goes to show that when Shahrukh Khan said that you are the next best thing, I mean, how did that feel? That was such an utmost, I think, compliment coming from such a huge hasti.
You know what? I'll tell you this, and I've never said this before. When he called me, it felt better than any award that I've received. Because this is the guy whose films I've watched growing up. He is such a large part of the reason I wanted to become an actor. I've danced on his songs, talked about his films, watched his films. They're intrinsic part of the culture that I've grown up on. So when he called me and told me the things he told me on the phone after having watched the film in the week that it released, it was amazing.
What do you think was the most?
I was literally jumping around the office. I was in the office at the time, jumping around the office, pumping my fist in the air. I could not believe I had just spoken to Shahrukh Khan and he had said the things he said to me at the time. It was very, very special moment for me.
Well, that's just, you deserve it. Your work speaks for itself, and we here in Toronto love you and adore you, and we cannot wait to see more work from you. And one thing I'm gonna just have to get you to do for me, because I keep screwing it up at weddings. You gotta show me that move, because मेरे से नहीं होता सही.
Should we put on the music and?
I have music. Don't you worry.
There you go.
I can do a little bit. I just can't do the main move.
We'll come to the main move. And this is when Vaibhavi ma'am said, "Freak out" on the mic. Freak out!